So I'm married, I have a wife, I have a spouse, she's a woman, she's a rescue. I don't like that word, wife. Gives me the willies. So I introduced her as my ex-girlfriend, pretty much the same thing. You married men might want to try that at home, especially if you're tired of living at home. My wife and I just celebrated 32 years of marriage. I earned every bit of that applause. Apparently now I'm an expert on marriage. People ask me, how do you stay married to the same person for 32 years? The answer is simple. I lost complete track of time. It's like this. Do you ever get in your car, turn the key, head out for your destination, all of a sudden, boom, you're there. You say, how'd that happen? That's my 32 years of marriage right there. At least nobody got hurt. But I love my wife dearly. Lately, she's taken to amuse herself by asking me questions that have no good answer. Like the other day, out of the blue, she says, "What would you do without me?" I panicked. I said, I don't know, maybe make up my own mind once in a while. Gentlemen, that is not a good answer. A little bit of advice. Put some time into it up front so you'll be ready when the question pops up. Because that's not a good answer. These questions, I call them spouse traps. Spouse trap. She tried one on me the other day. She came back from the gym. She burst through the door. She says, "You should have seen the hot chick at the gym." And I'm getting smart. I said, "I'm sorry. Did you say you weren't the only hot chick at the gym?" She said, "Well played." But the whole time I'm like, I wonder what the hot chick at the gym looks like. Can't ask her to go back. Spouse trap. I was in the living room the other day. She comes in, she says, "Why do you have that awful look on your face?" I said, "My foot's asleep." She said, "Why do you have that awful look on your face?" Some of you will get these jokes on the way home. If you're walking. We were at the breakfast table. She says, "You never listen to a word I say." I said, "That's not true. I listen to every third word, and to be honest, you're not making any sense." She was complaining the other day, as wives will sometimes do. She said, "Why does your dirty underwear always end up on the floor?" I said, "Gravity." This is a good thing. Believe me, you do not want to live in a world where my dirty underwear ends up on the ceiling. I suppose, as complaining goes, it's pretty mild. She did, after all, phrase it in the form of a question. I believe the psychiatrist called that passive-aggressive behavior. But I'm on to her. I don't play that game. Now when she tries that, I confuse her. Like, she'll never tell me outright to do something. You know, she won't say, for instance, "Take out the trash." No, she'll say something like, "You know, the trash really stinks." To which I reply, "Of course it stinks. It's trash." And if she ever actually does tell me outright to do something, I just yell at her, "You're not my real mom." She asked me the ultimate spouse trap question. She bought a pair of jeans, she brought them home, she tried them on. She said, do these jeans make my butt look big? I panicked. I said, no. But they make everything else look small. I should have stopped at no. If I have any marital advice, it's stop at no.
I'm Brian McKim. Thank you for watching my Dry Bar Comedy Special. Don't forget to download the Dry Bar Comedy app onto your smartphone. And don't forget to use the promo code Brian McKim. That's Brian McKim, M-C-K-I-M. Thank you.